Hey guys, today is Thursday. It is almost 3 p.m. It's actually 2:55 and I am just getting this video started. I have been sitting at my desk ever since I got out of bed, which was super late because my sleep schedule is garbage. I'm going to try to get that straightened out. I think tonight I'm going to take some melatonin. I hate taking anything. I hate doing that. But I think I'm going to try something to help me sleep earlier because I don't know, I just can't sleep is what's happening. But anyway, I had been planning on fixing my sleep schedule in August while that Jeff was on the shift he is on currently, but I failed because of unforeseen circumstances, and y'all all know what those are. If you've been here, you know what they are, and if you don't know, you can look back, and even on my community tab it says. So anyway, the plan today, I have 2 loads of clothes to fold. I don't have any to wash. I don't have to empty my dishwasher because we didn't use it because yesterday was a leftover day, and I'm making lasagna for supper or dinner, which actually supper was like the relaxed type of thing, because I've been looking this up, y'all. The debate is out there and I started looking it up. I started learning. I looked up supper versus dinner. Dinner was a fancy ordeal. Supper was regular old home cooking. That's just my words for it. But anyways, it doesn't matter. If you feed your family, that's all that matters. And if you don't have a family, if you're feeding yourself, that's all that matters. But anyways, I am doing lasagna for dinner, and I am going to be making one for my freezer. This is a good way to put some extra meals in your freezer for those days when you don't have time to cook a good meal, but you want a good meal and you don't want to go out to eat, or days when you know that you're going to be super busy. Or even for those times when you're sick and you have an extra meal in the freezer that you can just pull out, throw in the oven, and let it go. Normally, every time I've ever made lasagna for the freezer, I put it in, I did it all the way up to the cooking phase, and then I stopped. And I put it in the freezer, and then I pulled it out and I cooked it later, like you would one you get from the grocery store. I thought about doing it this time, just going ahead and cooking it and letting it completely cool. But then I'm afraid if I do that, it won't be as good. I also thought about cooking it completely, letting it completely cool, like in the refrigerator after it's done, and then cutting it up into individual portions and then freezing it. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet, but either way, I know I'm making 2, and I know one of them is going in the freezer one way or the other. It's probably going to be that I'm going to just make it up to the point of cooking and then stick it in the freezer, because I think that that would be the most sensible way for me to do it today, because I have a lot I have to do at my desk. I don't have a lot of time to spend in the kitchen. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, lasagna, that takes so long. Honestly, it doesn't if you have store-bought things. I mean, if you're making your own sauce, yes, it's going to take a long time. If you're doing all these other things, it's going to take a long time. But it's not as intimidating as it was like when I first heard about making lasagna. I was like, no, that's so hard. But then, you know, you make your own shortcuts, you make your own situations where that you make it easier on yourself, and it's not intimidating. Lasagna is not intimidating. My son has been making it for years. If he could do it whenever he was a child, you can do it. But like I said, I do use store-bought things. I use store-bought sauce. I'm using all that stuff. Plus, another thing that I started doing a year or 2 ago, I'm not sure exactly how long ago, I had an overabundance of cream cheese, but not any ricotta or cottage cheese, and we wanted lasagna. So I thought, it's a soft cheese. We're gonna try it. If we don't like it, we won't do it again. Because that's my philosophy with a lot of things. We'll try it. If we don't like it, we won't do it again. Unless we absolutely know it's an ingredient we hate, we will try it if we think it will work. Well, it works so well that my family prefers cream cheese over ricotta or cottage cheese. It's not that I won't use those two, because I do still use those two, but we would rather have the cream cheese in it. But whenever I do it differently. I mix the cream cheese in, and anyway, it's just different than what I would do with ricotta or something like that. I don't know how to explain. It's thicker, so I kind of add a little bit of sauce sometimes. I may not have to today though, but sometimes I add a little bit of sauce to it so it will make it easier to spread, if that makes sense. And there have been times where I just mixed it into the sauce and it was just a creamy tomato sauce without that cheese layer, if that makes sense too. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get to my editing. I have to edit the planner videos for the week. I am going to try to have them prepared by Thursdays and then sit and edit them on Thursdays. That way you'll have it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You will have 2 videos on those days, unless for some reason I don't do my daily video. But either way, you'll still have one. And I want to make sure that they are out. So I'm trying to get my schedule workable. Words are not working. Those don't work right now. But anyway, I'm trying to get it to where it will work for me. With my new normal, whatever that means, it's a little bit, it's a lot for my brain to handle right now, because I'm not thinking properly. Like, I'm scatterbrained, and I was already having brain fog and stuff, but now it's worse. But I have gotten better, and it's gonna be okay. It has to be. I don't have a choice. But I'm gonna go get these desk things done so I can go get those kitchen things done. And while the food is cooking, I'll fold those clothes and share that with you, because I know whenever I'm watching other ladies do their daily chores, it doesn't make me feel so alone, and it makes me want to go do it. So it's a great motivation for me to go ahead and do it. Now, folding clothes is something that I don't like, but I have discovered something I like even less that has to do with clothes, and that's putting them away. Jeff and I, we're terrible. We have a pile of clothes in our room. Each one of us. It's not just me, it's not just him, we both. They're all clean, they're all folded, but they're a pile of clothes. So, that happens a lot of times whenever he's on 3rd shift. It mostly happens when he's on 3rd shift. So, hopefully, sometime this weekend, we can get in there and get it all put away. It's not a ton, it's like just a stack of clothes. It's not a ton, but we can get in there and put it away. Also, on Saturday, we're supposed to be going to pick up my nephew. He's going to spend the weekend with us. He's off school on Monday, so Marcus is supposed to come stay Saturday, Sunday, and take him home Monday. Or his mama's coming to get him Monday. We don't know which one. Either way, the kid's got to go home because he's got school Tuesday. So, I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got some ground beef cooking over there on the stove, and I'm going to put sauce in there whenever it's time. And in this bowl, I'm going to mix together my cream cheese, egg, and I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan and mozzarella. You know what? I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But anyway, I've let this sit out for a little while, and it's not completely softened, which cream cheese is kind of soft anyway, but it's not room temperature. It's still cool to the touch, but I've let it sit out for a little while to soften it up some, so that I can, well, if I can open it, so I can mix it with the egg and stuff. And I have, if I was doing 2 of these, I would normally, good grief, Philadelphia. Normally I would put in 2 large eggs if I was doing 2 lasagnas. But since some of my girls are making kind of smaller eggs, I'm using 3 semi-small, I don't know. I'm using 3 average eggs. Not large, not small. They're just not as big as a large egg would be whenever you get them from the grocery store, and that's fine. But try to get this open. But yeah, I got my ground beef going, and I do use the regular lasagna noodles, and I have used the oven lasagna noodles, but I never pre-cook them if they're the regular ones. I just don't. Now, I don't know if it makes a difference or not. I have once, and I didn't find where it made a difference. So, I don't know. Which I do put a little bit extra, like liquid in mine, if that makes sense. I'm making all this noise, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to bring this box back over here so I can throw my shells in. But I'm using my little bowl to crack my eggs in. And, like I said, I'm doing 3 eggs instead of the 2. Now you do however you want to do it. It's your business. It's your lasagna. I'm not trying to show you a recipe. I'm just showing you what I do. Made a mess. Okay, so in this bowl where that I have the cream cheese and eggs, I'm going to put some Italian seasoning. I don't know how much, tablespoon or so, 2 tablespoons, I don't know. I don't measure it. I just do it. That's the way I do a lot of things though. I don't have measurements. And like whenever I share a recipe, oven's preheated. When I share a recipe that is mine with you guys, I have to measure it as I make it so I can tell y'all what I would do. But most of my things, unless it's baking, I eyeball it. I figure it out as I go of how much seasoning I think I need, because cooking is different than baking. Whenever you're cooking, you have a recipe, but you don't have to always have the exact amount of each ingredient, if that makes sense. I don't know how to say that any other way, but anyways, I could have gotten a smaller bowl, it seems, but that's okay too. I just want to get this mixed up. And now, whenever you use the cream cheese, the way I do, it does take a little bit longer to get this mixed up. If I was using a mixer, it would be much easier. It would be a lot faster, but I don't do that. I guess I'm trying to keep my arm muscles going. But it does take a little bit more time to mix this up, so I'm going to get this all mixed and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so got my pans here, one for now, one for later. Got my cheese, got my noodles, got my sauce, and my other cheese stuff. All of it's ready to go. One of the biggest tips I can give you is set yourself up for success by putting everything in easy access whenever you start cooking, when you start doing all this. So, I'm not going to spray this. I'm not going to do anything to it at all because I normally don't. I'm just going to go ahead and put sauce in the bottom. I probably should get a different kind of spoon. Let's see. Actually, hold on. I'm just going to get a measuring spoon and make it easier to do it this way. And I'm going to put probably more than most people put in, because remember, these are not cooked. The noodles. Oh, I just made a mess. Be prepared for messes. It's okay. That's one reason why you have your dishwasher ready to go. I don't have quite as much in this one as I do in this other one. Alright, and I'm just going to layer it. I'm just going to start putting my noodles in. Now, these noodles are ones I got from Darlene's. Some of them are broken, but I don't care, because, and I say I don't care a lot, and it sounds callous or mean sometimes to my own self, but it's not that. It's just that it doesn't matter to me if they're broken, because I'm going to have to break some anyway. But I'm going to do this first. And if they overlap a little bit, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to overlap that one. See if I can find a broken one. Oh, that's almost perfect right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put in the layer of the egg, cream cheese, seasoning one. And I'm going to put half in one and half in the other. And this is the only time that this is going to be in here. Because I don't put multiple layers of this in. I just put one. And I have a little silicone spatula over here. Now, silicone spatulas are some of the best things to scrape your bowls and stuff. I love them because you can just get everything out. It's less waste. I'm into the no waste cooking type situation. I don't want to waste anything. And yes, I know there's still going to be some of the residue of the cheese and stuff in this bowl, but I get a lot more out than what I used to since I started using this simple little tool. See, that's pretty good. And now I'm going to just put it all over. It makes it a little bit harder whenever they're broken a little bit. I'm not going to worry about them being completely covered either, because it'll be fine. It'll melt and it'll go around. I've never had any complaints. And I do quiz my family whenever I start something new. I ask them, would you want this changed in any way? Is this how you like it? Do you like it? You know, we figure out if we want to ever make the dish again by talking. If I change something, you know, we talk about it. That way I'm not feeding my family something that they don't want later on. Like, because I may like it and they may hate it. And in those situations, if it's something I like but they don't, oh, there's a fly. That thing better go away. Anyways, you know, flies were everywhere. There's nothing we can do about them. But I don't want it on my food. What was I saying? Anyways, we talk about the new dishes, and if there's something that I like but they don't, I just make it for myself, like for lunch or something. If it's something that some of them like but I don't, I make it for them and not for me. And that's just the way I do, because I can. I don't have to, but I do because I can. And I would rather make that dish for the people that I love than, or for myself, which you're supposed to love yourself too, to an extent. It's like, anyway, we're not going to get into that, but the world's love situation is a little bit odd compared to what God wants for you. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. Now I'm going to do another layer of these. I don't know where I was going with that, or what I was saying even. This time, the noodles, I will put the full ones on the opposite side. And the, oh, well, that's okay. The shorter one will be on the side that had the full one, if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. I don't think I'm making much sense today. But then again, there's a lot of times I feel like I'm not making much sense and y'all say I am. So either y'all are just as crazy as me or something, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to put more sauce. Oh, and I used 3 of the jars of sauce that are 24 ounces in this. And I also, oh goodness, I just made a splash. I added a little bit of water to the jars, probably about 1/4 of the jar, so that I could rinse all the stuff out and put it in here too. So there's about a jar of water in this as well, which is why I don't have to worry about my my noodles getting cooked through. Put a little bit more sauce. Try not to make as big of a mess, but messes get made in kitchens. That's just the way it is. Alright, now I'm going to put Parmesan cheese on each one. And this will be the only time I put Parmesan cheese. I do have more Parmesan cheese, but this will be the only time I put it in here. Just to let y'all know. And then I'm going to put some mozzarella, but not a lot. Because I will top it with mozzarella in a little while, once it's cooked through. But you'll see that. Okay, more noodles. And just like before, I'm going to put the broken part on one end, and it's going to be on the opposite end of where the full noodle was. Hopefully that makes plenty of sense for y'all. It should. I mean, y'all know how to cook. Most of you that come to my channel cook just as well as me. I don't cook that great, but I'm just feeding folks. We're happy anyways with our food. Well, I did clean the counter, so it's fine if I use this. Alright, now, that's the last layer of noodles. So that's 3 layers of noodles. And then I'm going to fill it the rest of the way. It's going to be sauce. And then I'm going to cover it with some foil. And I don't know how to get the whole cup full. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to try to divide it between the two. And actually this would not take me as long if I wasn't talking to y'all, but I like to share with y'all what I'm doing. Plus I like to talk to y'all in the comments and stuff. It's good to have conversations with like-minded people, with people who want to see what I'm doing and be friends and stuff. It's a really good time to be able to do that whenever I'm doing all this stuff. Alright, so get all that out. Alright, finish it off with that. Then I'm going to cover it with foil. And one of them I'm going to stick in the freezer after I cover it. So I'm going to show you how, well, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and cook it this time. I'm going to try it. I'm going to cook it and then I will freeze it. So I'm going to get it completely prepared and then I will freeze it. But anyway, let's get all this. We want to try to get all the noodle covered. And I do have another jar of sauce over here. I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to don't know. I think I'm gonna put this other jar of sauce. I'm gonna put some in here, like in each one. It's the same sauce. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the water. Because like I said, I put extra sauce because I want it to be, I want the noodles to cook. What am I saying? I can't talk. I don't know what's going on with me today, other than I'm a mess. That's normal though, right? Alright. That looks better with the sauce situation because everything is covered now. Because if the noodles are not covered, they're not going to get cooked. But now I'm going to put them in the oven. And if you notice, I did not fill this pan completely up, either one of them, because the noodles will expand. They're pretty full, but they're not completely full. But the noodles are going to expand because they're not cooked yet. Alright, I'm going to do my little spray foil trick, like spray the foil, put it on, and then stick them in the oven. Alright, they're going to go in for probably about 45 minutes. And then I'll take them out and add some more mozzarella cheese. And that 45 minutes will give me time to clean up my mess. And I do have noodles left. I'm just going to put them in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the pantry. So, I have noodles everywhere. And sauce is a mess. So, I'll be back.
Coming down
Okay, so this is one of those times where I really messed up because I didn't give myself enough time for this lasagna to get done. I don't know if I was just not thinking about the fact that I was recording and it was going to take longer or what. But either way, the lasagna is not going to be done. So that will be tomorrow night's dinner. Now, if Noah wasn't working today, it wouldn't matter. But he's working. He's coming home for lunch. So I need to have him something to eat. So I'm going to make him a grilled turkey and cheese sandwich. And I'm going to show y'all how I'm doing that. But it's just a grilled cheese with turkey. And that's really all it is. Nothing special. But I'm going to make him that. And Jeff said he just wants to eat a sandwich. So he may change his mind. He just may not. I woke him up because I was going to get him to go pick something up. But then Noah was on his way home. So let me get this food done for my baby. And I'll finish the lasagna tonight. And show y'all how it is. But I won't be cooking tomorrow night because I made a boo-boo. But anyway, let me get this done. Okay, so I'm just going to butter some bread and put in the pan. I was reading an article yesterday, I think, and it was either yesterday or today, talking about, do you butter the bread or do you butter the pan whenever you're making grilled cheese, like which one is better? And the article said doing the bread gives you a better flavor. I don't know. Anyways, he likes cheddar cheese. He doesn't really like the processed stuff. And let me figure out how to open this stuff. Where the opening is. I know how to open it. But anyway, I put a piece of cheese. And then I put whatever kind of meat. I started doing this years ago. Whenever I first started doing it, I was doing like Texas toast. But we don't have any of that today. But then, you know, if I did, I would use that. But can you give her some dry food so she'll stop yelling at us? She disturbs Angus. We can't be disturbing the other cats in the world just because she's mean and demanding. Alright, and then I put another piece of cheese on here. And then I put another piece of bread with the butter, and that's all. That's all I do. And grilled cheese with meat. I don't know. It's nothing special. I've done it with roast beef, ham, turkey. What other kind of meats have I used, Jeffrey? Salami, pepperoni? Whatever. I think I freaked him out because I woke him up in a way that's not normal. I mean, I wasn't like freaking out myself, but I was a little bit talking fast, I think. But yeah, I didn't time things correctly. So the lasagna is just not going to be done in time. But everybody always says lasagna is better the next day anyways, so we'll see. Another good thing about these little silicone spatulas, I have 2 of them, is you can actually use it with the heat, and I can flip these with it. Okay, so here's his grilled turkey and cheese. So I'm going to give it to him so he can eat. Okay, so they're finally done. Noah's going back to work, and these are finally done with the cooking process. And since I am, well, let's just put it this, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna tell you the way I would do it normally. Normally I would just go ahead and put some cheese on this, put it back in the oven, let it melt. But since we're gonna have this for dinner tomorrow night, and one of them is for another day, which what I have decided is to cut it into portions and freeze it that way, which I'll show you that whenever comes time to do that. Since I'm not going to be eating it tonight, since this is for later, which Noah asked if he could have a midnight lasagna, so he'll probably have that later. But since I am just going to let this cool and then put it away, I'm just going to go ahead and put the cheese on it and let it melt naturally without, I mean, you know, well, not naturally, cheese doesn't melt naturally, but let it melt without putting it back in the oven. I probably need some more cheese, but I don't have any more. I may, I have some that I could shred, but I need some more mozzarella. But whenever I had planned to make this meal, I didn't plan on making 2. I just decided to do that. But there's cheese all inside. There's cheese everywhere, so it's fine. So anyway, I'm going to let this melt, and then later on I'm going to come back and show you this right here. One of these, don't know which one. One of these I'm just going to cover with either saran wrap or, no I'm not. I have lids for these pans. For a couple of them anyways. I'll put the lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, take it back out, heat it up for tomorrow. We'll most likely just heat it up individually on our plates in the microwave. I don't know yet. We haven't decided that part. We'll decide tomorrow. But the other one I'm going to show you after it's completely cooled in the refrigerator, probably overnight. I'll show you how I'm going to cut it up. I'm just going to cut it into 6 portions and put it up. And one reason I'm not going to tell you how I'm doing it right now is because I have not decided what I'm going to put it in. But I'm going to let this melt, let it cool almost completely to room temperature. Then I'm going to put it away in the refrigerator so that it'll be safe to eat later. Okay, so it's been a while. This is still hot, even though it's been a while. So I'm just going to, it's not super hot, but it's still warm. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. I only have one of these lids. I remember this, I have 3 of these pans, but one of the pans, the lid got melted somehow. So this one I'm just going to put saran wrap over it. And I'm so tempted to just freeze it like it is because I just don't want to deal with it the other way. But then again, future me may love for it to be separated. I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator and decide before tomorrow. If I decide to individually freeze it, I'll show y'all how I'm going to do that. If I don't, I'll just tell you that I'm putting it in the freezer. But if I put this in the freezer, I will wrap it more. I will put foil and stuff on it. But for now, it's going in the refrigerator, the one that's outside, because it has more space. So I'm going to do that. And next, I'm going to show y'all an Ollie's haul, because Jeff and I went by Ollie's. Okay, so we got some things from Ollie's. We also got something from Walmart too. And no, we're not decorating for Halloween. That is a shower curtain that I put up there to dry. So anyway, I'm going to start with the Walmart stuff. We got this because, as y'all know, I told y'all that our shed got flooded. All our lawnmowers, our chickens, all the things in the backyard, in the back of the yard got flooded. So Jeff needed this to change the oil in the lawnmowers. Hopefully, or at least one of the lawnmowers. Anyway, hopefully it will still run afterwards. We don't know for sure. And then he got this for our guns, and that was all we got from Walmart. We were actually looking for Noah some USB cable extenders, but we couldn't find any of those. And this is what we got from Ollie's. We got these cars, sweet and salty. They were $1.99 each, so there's 10 bags there total of little now I can't think of it, trail mix. So we got that, and we got this Back Bay Trading Company vanilla flavoring. It's not pure vanilla flavoring. It has other stuff in it, but anyways, we got that. I've used it lots of times. It's $2.99 each, and it's a really good price for that. I got this because I saw it and I wanted to try it. It was $2.99. It's crunchy cookie M&Ms, so I just went ahead and grabbed that. I got Noah some of the Bare Naked honey almond granola. Why can't I talk or think? These were $2.49 each, which is cheaper than Walmart. And he is eating granola like crazy. I know I just got him some, but this was a really good price and it's in date. So I went ahead and grabbed 2. Got this pizza sauce. I've never heard of this kind before. And I don't even know what the brand is. Packed in the USA. Tomatoes grown in the USA. Is it SM? Is that what it says? I don't know. I don't know what brand it is. Sugo de Pomodoro, if that will show up. That's the name brand. Anyway, they were 79 cents each for the cans, and I thought we could do a pizza night sometime, and we'll have that. So we got 2 of them. We don't know if we're going to like them or not, but for 79 cents each, it's cheaper than any other. And then I had didn't know it, but we were out of mustard in our preps and in our regular kitchen. The only place we have mustard is in our refrigerator right now. So we grabbed 4 jars or 4 bottles of this old style yellow mustard. It was 99 cents a thing. So we grabbed that. And then this right here was the deal of the day, $8 for twin size, they're twin extra long, the t-shirt sheet set. Got this. This is one of Noah's favorite types, is the t-shirt material. And for $8 for a sheet set, yes, I'm going to get it. So I'm probably going to go ahead and wash that for him tonight. I don't know yet. But anyways, got him that. And this is something that I always try to find different things that would be super expensive other places. I try to find it at Ollie's. And whenever they have it, I stock up. So I got this. I don't even know if I'm going to like it, but I'm pretty sure I will. Let's see if it can focus. Can you focus for me? Anyway, it's the hair food. It's the hair food turmeric and almond oil detangling milk. It has no sulfates, parabens, dyes, or mineral oils. And it is a 7.6 ounce thing, and it was $1.99, and normally it's like $8 other places. I've seen it other places. This right here, I have already used some of this because I bought some before whenever I was at Ollie's, and it really makes my hair really soft. It was $1.99. You can't really see. Here's another one. They usually have one of these lids, but as you can see, this one is busted. But anyway, it's the overnight restoring serum. After I shampoo my hair, I put this on, and I really like it. It smells good. It's not too strong, and it makes my hair soft. And with my hair, a lot of it being gray, it's not very soft most of the time. And this I've never seen before, never used before. It's Pantene. It's New Link Scalp Revitalizing Treatment. It has green tea in it. It has no parabens, dyes, or sulfates. It was $1.99. It says it's normally $3.99, but it's supposed to be good for the scalp. So I grabbed that. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I went ahead and got it, and if I don't like it, I can give the other one away. And this right here, I haven't used it, but it's the same line as that. Complete Curl Care with jojoba oil, Moisture Lock Curl Mist. Y'all know I have curly hair. It blocks humidity, and it's got heat protection, which I don't usually use heat on my hair. It's got no sulfates, silicones, parabens, dyes, or mineral oils in it. So I grabbed that, which this one has castor oil, and it doesn't have any of the other stuff either. So I grabbed all of those. They were $1.99 each, and I know that that's a lot, but it lasts. It's in date for a while, for I don't know how long. I saw the dates. I look at the dates whenever I'm there, but I went ahead and grabbed it because that stuff is normally pretty expensive, and it was there, so I grabbed several. So Jeff is doing the trash, so I guess I need to help him do that. I don't know. Do you need my help? He's about through now. He started before I knew. Anyway, it's not my fault. But I'm going to go for today. I guess we can say, you know, always have a plan B with things. So for supper, I had, you can always make a grilled cheese if you have bread and cheese and butter. What is it, Jeff? He's thinking. I don't know what he's thinking about. Anyway, I'm going to go for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, go ahead and do all the YouTube things. If you didn't, go ahead and do all the YouTube things either, because you might like a different video that I put out. I don't know. You might. So, I want to say hey to all the new subscribers. I've got quite a few that is surprising to me. Maybe y'all like this type of video. I kind of like doing it better because I can show y'all more of me and I don't have to plan. I don't have to plan with these videos. So, I just show y'all what I'm doing throughout the day, which is not much sometimes. And other times it's a lot. So, and I say so a lot. I've noticed. So, okay, so. Drive myself crazy while editing. So, I'll see y'all next time. I did that time on purpose. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.